Welcome back, guys, to AI Dungeon Adventure Chapter 7. Last time, we actually met up with Garrett, and we got to hear the tale of the blind Shogun, and where his scroll is located. And we need this scroll to defeat Morgak, so we have a clear goal in sight, and we just gotta go for it. I'm really happy with the direction the story is taking, and I'm looking forward to making many more episodes. And as always, the art that you see on your screen right now is my brother's artworks. You can find him on Patreon/Spiham or Instagram/Spiham, where you can read his free-to-read comic. It's really nice. So I just woke up, so my voice is really deep and a bit groggy. But yeah, without any further ado, let's head into Chapter 7. Okay guys, we are back. I've changed up the background music to a more Eastern kind of vibe, because it fits the part of the story we're in right now. So that's why the music you hear in the background can be a bit different from the usual one. And I'm gonna try to stick with this. I feel like this fits the story really well, so yeah, we're in a new arc now. Okay, so last time we were told by Garrett that we need to find the scroll of the blind Shogun. I have now entered all the text that I wrote beforehand. So now everything that I said in the end of the previous one, which was pre-written, is inside the AI in the system. So the AI doesn't miss out with our objective, you know. Okay, so let's just let the AI push the story forward. Your eyes dart from the paper to the map. You see it, a huge landmass to the east, almost a separate continent. Fits the story really well. We're heading to the east now, so it makes sense that we'll look to the east and try to organize our map. You haven't heard anything of a flying city yet, but it is entirely possible that one exists there, or maybe even several of them. I don't know about flying cities. Let's retry that. To get to there, you'd have to sail around the edge of this one. Any closer, you'd be in direct sight of the kingdom of man's forts. Okay, to get to there, you'd have to sail around the edge of this one. Really weird sentence. Let's remove this one and keep Kingdom of Man's Forts, or Kingdom of Tolarian. So to get to the east, we need to sail across the seas and go around a kingdom called Tolarian. Makes sense. Okay. But the problem is, to get past them, you'd have to prove you're a friend. In fact, you'd have to prove that you're a royalty. Undo. Okay, let's tell our crew. You turn to your crew and tell them that you need to go to the east by the sea. Or by, yeah. I think the AI has been updated, so it may have some more relevant answers or things to say. Maybe it's been improved a bit. You turn to your crew and tell them that you need to go to the east by the sea. They're all for the ID. They're hoping you'll give them better jobs once you get to the sea. Okay, I'll retry that. It's a bit weird. You have an idea of where to start. 1 month later. The seas are 1 month later. The seas are treacherous. You're not used to sailing, but you're getting the hang of it. Okay. So we just time skipped 1 month ahead. Nah, let's retry. I'm not ready for a time skip yet. You're probably going to die on your trip. There's little choice in the matter. You wonder if dropping you off at the closest port would be safer. Okay, maybe the AI hasn't improved at all. You also want to leave some of your men behind, but none of them are willing to be left behind. Not even the weakest or healthiest have any wish to stay. Okay, that makes sense. You know, Krayler is still injured and Hans isn't the most healthy warrior of them all. So it makes sense that I care for my teammates' safety. Okay, I'm gonna tell them, you guys know what risks are ahead of us. We need to tread carefully, and it's no and we may never return. Are you prepared for this? The men of your crew, if a bit unprepared, understand the situation you're in. They all say they are willing to risk everything to help you save the world from darkness. Everyone's with me. That's good to know. I always got my friends on my side, huh? Okay, let's ask Garrett. What about you, Garrett? Do you want to join us? Garrett looks at you. He looks at the crew members. He looks at the ship. He looks at the map. He looks back at you, rubbing his chin. I'll wake aboard the ship, but I do not have faith that we will be able to find this, he says uncertainly. Okay, so he'll join us, but he doesn't have any faith that we'll actually find the scroll. But yeah, we got Garrett on our crew. I don't know if he's much of a fighter, but he's an historian. He knows the information and the info about the world around us, so he could become a really good asset. Okay, guys. Let's meet up by the ships at dusk. So before we set out to the east at dusk, I think we should get ourselves some new gear first. So let's write before you set off to the east, you walk around in Milne, checking out the city and looking for some new gear. You find a related store with an equally fancy sounding name, Sebastian's Swords and Armor. Okay, let's see if he's got some good equipment. You enter. A man steps up to greet you. He wears fine silk clothing, an ancient-looking sword is by his side, and several piercings adorn his face. I am looking for some better armor. The man smiles. Well, come this way, separating the men from the boys, he says with a smile. I'm one of the big men now, huh? You look at your companions and realize it is indeed time to... What? No, oh, shit, no. Okay. The man nods and leads you to the back of the store. He pulls out a large chest and begins looking through it. He pulls out several pieces of entrailed, tattered, but still very much intact armor. Okay. This seems like some special kind of armor. This looks like good stuff, you say. It's the best shit you can get there. You planning on killing the demons with your sword or something? The clerk jokes. Well, no. With a scroll, actually. But yeah. Haha, yeah, no. I'm just planning on surviving long enough to get back home. He pulls out a pair of studded leather boots and hands them to you. Okay, it makes sense that I would say something like that because, yeah, we're kind of undercover right now. We got this information from Garrett, which is made a criminal because of the information, so we might have to go undercover. So it actually makes sense. I know that wasn't the AI's ID though, but this should help with killing the demon, but you'd probably be better off getting some steel-toed boots for when the demons arrive. You agree and take the boots before paying for the armor. Okay, let's get a little description of the armor. The armor... Let's let the AI continue. The armor fits great and you decide to come back for the steel-toed boots later. When you head outside, the streets are empty and it seems like everyone has retreated indoors. Ooh. You look at the new armor you currently wear. And then you look up at the sky. You feel that it is time to head to the docks. Gelder's gotten a bit changed over the journey, so he's gotten a bit longer hair now, a bit of stubbles, and a new shiny armor. So you can see he's clearly changed from the first chapter to now. Okay, you wear a black leather gambeson under a studded brown and black leather tunic. Oh. Okay. I guess I have some shoulder plates and strong boots too. A black leather kite shield with a curl blade is strapped. I don't use a shield though. So let's remove that. You wear black trousers and your feet are protected by steel-toed boots. And that's okay. I can remove it. No, you also take a short sword with you. I guess that's okay. And I can add, and you still have your beloved greatsword. We're getting prepped, guys. Okay. You walk toward the docks. The The sun is setting, and you know the best place to look for a ship would be at the docks. You meet up with your crew, who also have bought or gotten themselves some new gear. I want everyone to take this trip seriously. Everyone's gotten themselves some new armor and weapons. You meet your crew at the bottom of the long ladder, which leads up to the top of the ship. What took you so bloody long? Warts ask. Who is Warts? Let's say Edgar asks. He's the type of person who would say that. You raise an eyebrow. Oh, I had to go and get my gear from Sebastian's shop, you say. So what's the plan? Kara asks. I don't know who Kara is, so let's say Malik asks. We head eastwards, or we head to the east. You heard Garrett. We need to find the scroll of the blind Shogun. And the eastern lands is our best bet. You're right. There's a whole lot of demon fighting to be done in the west, Malik nods. Well, that's true. That's where Agador is. So there is a lot of demon fighting to be done in the west. Okay, let's just memorize the crew to the AI so that the AI gets a grip of what's going on. You look at your crew. Everyone is ready to embark on a journey across the ocean to the east. You look at Hans, then Malik, then Edgar and Lena, who is a bit too close to each other. You know, they got some romantic tension going on. You look at Sir Vincent, at the slightly injured Krailer, and finally at Garrett. You say, let's use the last of our gold on the ship. Let's use the last of our gold on the ship. Ooh, long sentence. You look at your crew. Everyone is ready to embark on a journey across the ocean to the east. You look at Hans, then Malik, then Edgar and Lena, who is a bit too close to each other. You look at Sir Vincent, at the slightly injured Krailer, and finally at Garrett. You say, let's use the last of our gold on the ship. Garrett nods. We can get the ship repaired and some extra supplies with it. Sounds good. You think about it a while. You think how much you're going to miss the hell that is your job at... Oh my god. You nod in agreement. The crew spends all night repairing the ship and stowing food in barrels to last the long sail. Okay. So dawn is almost setting on us. We've used all night to prepare the ship. Let's ask the crew. Are you ready to embark? You ask Hans, who nods. The sooner we get going, the sooner we'll reach our destination. You run up to the ship and put on a lifeline. Lifeline? I don't know if they had this in the medieval times, so you run up to the ship and set sail. Let's set sail, guys. Let's go to the east. According to your map, the ship should reach the island of Delurg by tomorrow. You all find places for rest on the bedded down ship, and you drift off to sleep. Let's retry that one. You've never been on a ship this big before, but you imagine this will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Retry. Oh. No, okay. You run up to the ship and set sail. Soon you are sailing across the vast oceans. You watch as the night slowly gives way to dawn and continues sailing in the same direction. The waves are almost black, and you see no horizon in sight. The night is chilly, and the ocean is calmer than ever. You think about everything that have led up to this moment. And you think about the journey that is in front of you. The fate of the world is in your hands. You have the means to save it, but are you willing to make the sacrifices necessary? Who will win the battle of good versus evil? Will you make the moral choice or the pragmatic one? To find out, you must make a deed choice. Okay. Watch the ocean. You stare out across the endless blackness of the open ocean, of the open sea. You don't really want to tour the ship, but you have no real choice. Okay. Tour the choice. No, sorry. The ship. You tour the ship. You walk through the hallways of the ship, admiring how well made it is. You get to the captain's room where you find Sebastian. Okay. Let's edit this out, because that's just the AI rambling, and keep this, because this was a good descriptive sentence. You can see for miles and miles as you sail further away from the land. You know this will be a long, hard journey, and only time will tell if you made the right choice. Right decision, sorry. This is the beginning of a new arc. I can feel it. Despite this, you feel a great sense of peace. You have done what you could to serve and protect the innocent. You will never retreat from this. Wow. Very, very well said, AI. Walk over to Malik. You walk over to Malik. As you approach Malik and Edgar, you realize your legs are stiff from hours of standing. You walk over to the pair and sit down to rest. How are you two feeling? We're fine, Warden, Malik says, but we would like some of those recovered demonite chunks you found. Sure, I'll get some for you. What the fuck? Retry. Numb, Edgar replies. Could you check on Lena, Edgar? I think she felt seasick. I just need Edgar to go to another place because I want to have a alone scene with Malik. Edgar nods. He stands up and walks over to the girl. He puts his hand on her forehead and looks worried for a moment, but then smiles at her. Wow. Edgar is turning soft, guys. How are you feeling, Malik? Oh, a new world event. A long-dormant volcano in the mountain of Kedar is now erupting and spewing lava across the borders of Kedar and preventing the armies from assisting their beleaguered comrades in Agadori. Oh, Agadori is pretty fucked, guys. Wow. Sick to my stomach, she says. Sitting down next to you, you feel a pang of guilt. You know she got hit in the what? She says, sitting down next to you. I'm really glad you chose to stay with us. Yeah, Malik responds sarcastically. That was a really good idea. Okay, retry. Yeah, me too, she says. The sun is shining at the horizon and you wait patiently for Hans to return. You smile at Lena and she smiles back. Should we make a move on Malik? Touch Malik hand. Let's try, guys. Let's make a move. You touch Malik's hand. Malik turns to you and smiles. I'm glad you're here, she says. Malik leans in and gives you a small peck on the cheek. Yes! Yes! Guys. Let's fucking get it. Okay. Put your arm around her. Let's go, guys. Malik wraps her arm around you and the pair of you cuddle on the couch. The tension in your body slowly fades away and you both fall asleep against each other. Perfect. Perfect. That's what I want. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. AI, do your thing. In the morning, Hans wakes you up. It's morning, he yawns. Nice. We got some sleep with Malik. Malik wakes up too. Oh, it's morning already? She says, rubbing her eyes. Hans nods and looks at his sundial. Hans have a sundial. okay, I guess. Maybe he bought it in mill. It's like part of his equipment. Do we have to get up then? Malak says. Hans sighs and shakes his head. No, we have the whole day to play. Play, what the fuck? Malak stands up. Yeah, okay. Ask Hans. Have we any land in sight? Hans looks out at the horizon. The sun is just rising over the horizon, shining on the black waves. I think we're in the clear. The boat glides to a stop, and the three of you exit onto the burning hot rocks. It feels amazing on your skin. Retry. You stand up and walk to the front of the ship, looking out at the horizon. You can just see the black rocks poking up through the water. There is no land in sight. We're clear. No enemies. No land. Just us on a boat. I'm okay with that. Malak walks up to you. You're free. You stare out at the water. We did it. What? Free from what? Malak walks over to you both. So where are we heading next? You pause and look out at the horizon one last time. Where are we heading next? Malak asks me. Well, we head for the Eastern Shogunate, called Shinkansu. And that's where I'll leave this episode. Next time, we'll hopefully arrive safely to Shinkansu and be able to explore the East. I'm looking really forward to finally getting there and see what's going on in the East, if we'll ever find the scroll. As always, thank you so much for watching. Like, your support means so much, and your support makes me motivated and dedicated to this series. I love doing it. I've had some personal stuff going on the last days, so I've been really tired and exhausted. So if I'm a bit low energy, I'm sorry for it. I just need some rest, and I hope you guys are okay with that. But thank you so much for watching. It's always fun to make these videos, and looking forward to the next one. See you there. Take care.